To place your deli or carryout orders, call 302-945-0700.
Headlines you can't get through your day without. On Power 101.7.
All right, what up, Facebook Live?
Hello.
Good morning to everybody tuning in. We appreciate it. Please share this video and check out the Bill and Jessica podcast right up on our free Power app in your app store and up on our website, power1017.com. At least 25 states, including Washington, D.C., have now been fully vaccinated.
Nice.
All right? Fully vaccinated.
Good deal.
At least half of their adult population as well, according to new data from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. 4 states, Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, Vermont, have fully vaccinated more than half of their total population, not just adults. Nationally, about 61.3% of adults have gotten at least one of the COVID vaccine shots. Just slightly under half, 49.6%, are fully vaccinated. And more than 49% of the country's total population have gotten at least one shot. And more than 39% of the total population have been fully vaccinated. So we're getting there.
Good deal.
I just saw yesterday Governor Murphy up in Jersey, who has been very tight with restrictions. And, New York, New Jersey area, they've been real tight.
Strict.
I told you a couple weeks ago we went up there in Pennsylvania and Jersey, and we felt like, wow, it's open up here. I mean, things are rolling.
Right.
He just announced yesterday, basically, they're lifting all restrictions on Friday. Between a whole bunch of stuff goes off this Friday and then the following Friday. And I don't think there's much more. I think that's,
well, good.
So it's going to be a good summer.
Oh, absolutely.
Back to normal.
Absolutely.
A lot of places, we know how to be safe now. The vaccines are working, so I'll take it.
We're back.
We're definitely back. Speaking of we're back, another bit of good news concerning COVID. This is coming from the Baltimore Sun. Maryland reports fewer than 250 new COVID-19 cases. Once again, about 55.6% of Maryland's population has received at least one dose of the coronavirus vaccine, and 45.9% are fully vaccinated. With indications, the state's infection rate has plunged to 5.4 cases per 100,000 people. At one time, it was greater than 50.
Oh, gosh. So that's great news.
Yeah. There were 228 new COVID-19 cases reported Monday, marking the 4th time in a week the state has reported fewer than 250. May 1st, the 2-week average of new daily cases was 963. Now it's below 400.
Good.
At the pandemic's peak in January, the average was 3,000.
That's amazing.
That's the difference.
Wow.
So
that's huge.
And as far as like deaths, hospital positivity rate, all that, I mean, it just continues to trend in the right direction.
Good.
So it's been amazing. Everybody's efforts.
We're getting
crazy year and a half it's been.
Oh, I know.
Jess, you got a couple local stories.
Yep. As summer begins, Delmarva families may have the dates of July 22nd and July 31st circled and ready to go because we are back. The Delaware State Fair is back and they are preparing for another summer. We'll have some adjustments, but it's going to be the 102nd annual Delaware State Fair. Fair organizers say that this year will look different because last year we were right in the middle of a pandemic. The fair did proceed, but it had multiple restrictions. But now with Delaware relaxing restrictions throughout the state, they say that this year is definitely going to be a more exciting one. Okay, so they will monitor the changes with the CDC guidelines. They're going to keep a close eye on the governor's office, but the main goal is to provide lots of summer fun and stay safe. But everything is a go, and the Delaware State Fair is preparing for the 102nd annual fair this year.
Okay.
All right. Also, police are investigating a serious crash that took place in Milford on Sunday afternoon. It left 2 people in critical condition. On Sunday around 2 p.m., police say that they responded to the reports of a stolen Toyota Corolla driving on Route 113. Police tell us that the Toyota was apparently driving at extremely fast speeds when the car failed to stop at a red light, then hit a GMC car on the left front side, causing that car to hit a pole. We are told that the Toyota kept driving and eventually 4 people got out of the car and they fled on foot. Police tell us that the driver of the GMC and 3 other passengers were not hurt, but 2 children were transported to the nearest hospital in serious condition. The crash is still currently under investigation, and if anyone has any information at all, please contact the Delaware State Police. And in Laurel, the Delaware State Police arrested a Laurel man after he reportedly fired a gun at a local restaurant on Friday night.
He fired a gun at the restaurant.
Shortly after 10 p.m.
Wow.
Inside, troopers were called to the R&R Grill and Bar. It's located at 30739 Sussex Highway. It was a report of a shooting. Laurel police officers did arrive to the establishment shortly after the call came in, and they found 38-year-old Aaron Givens near a shed behind the business. Further investigation revealed that he was there at the bar when he was asked to leave. He started banging flashlights on the table, and he was escorted out of the building by employees. And as soon as that started happening, he stopped and pulled out a gun, pulled it out of his pants. He turned around and pointed the gun at 2 employees and 2 other patrons that were behind him. The employees and the patrons turned and they began to run back inside the restaurant before Givens fired 3 to 4 rounds in their direction. None of the victims were hit by the gunfire, but one employee did suffer an injury to his knee when he was re-entering the building. He did remain outside of the bar until the police came on scene. They got him in custody, and they learned that he had a .22 caliber semi-automatic pistol used during this incident. It was recovered, and he has now been charged with possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, 3 counts of reckless endangerment.
Look, y'all. Look, I know that stuff is like getting back to normal and we're opening up, but y'all are wilding.
Yeah, he did.
Look, y'all are wilding.
Also,
that must have been some good drink specials. He's trying to get back in there that bad.
3 counts, of reckless endangerment in the first degree, possession of a firearm while under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
You think?
He's being held right now at SCI on $36,000 secured bond.
God,
but crazy, right?
What's
so
that
there,
commercial?
He gets a little tipsy.
You just booked yourself a $36,000 night.
Yeah. They're like trying to get him out of the restaurant. He's flashing, or he has these flashlights. He's banging them on the table.
So this guy's in a bar. They tell him he's got to go, and he starts banging on the table with flashlights, and then he fires a gun.
They're escorting him out. He pulls a gun.
It's that good? It's that good? You got to get back in? You just cost yourself a $36,000 night.
Firing rounds off. I mean, it's crazy.
What?
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
The employees go running. They're scared. Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
All that because they told you to leave.
Yeah. But, I mean, thank God nobody was hit. Thank God. It's a miracle. Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
His mugshot is here on.
I know they're opening up everything in the bars and you're all good, the masks and all that, but stop wilding. Man, y'all gonna ruin it.
I know.
You know what?
Put this up on our website.
They're gonna say, you know what? Shut her down. Shut her down
crazy.
Again. Not because of Corona, because y'all are wilding. God sakes. 644. It's the Bill and Jessica show.
Boy, baby, do a leap and make them dance when they come on. Everybody looking for
y'all get wild into this song. Dua Lipa, the baby. Let's go.